Michael decided to leave Angela, he really hasn't said much. She has really been the one doing most of the talking, controlling the narrative, and Michael really just posts pictures of himself on his social media, and when he goes live, he doesn't get into all the drama, but he finally opened up and spoke out in a recent interview with Entertainment Tonight. It was a 2-part exclusive interview. I highly recommend you check it out. But I want to talk about all the big revelations that I think came out from this interview. He was asked, why did he decide to leave Angela, and was he using her? And he's like, look, I did not plan to leave Angela. I thought when I came over to the States, things were going to get better. And he was even asked, like, why did you tolerate how she treated you for so long? Shout out to the host that did this interview, because she asked all the right questions. She's like, well, do you feel like you deserve the way she treated you? Or why else would you put up with her, like, spitting freaking ribs in your face and all the other stuff you tolerated? And he was like, you know, I just really loved her. He said that he came here and it just was not what he expected. I think he thought he was going to come here, her jealousy was going to go away because he was right there with her, and then he would be able to just settle down and live as a husband and wife. But instead, he moves to America, and it's like he instantly becomes the housekeeper for the whole house. It's like as soon as he gets there, he realizes that Angela's more like a hoarder. And, you know, it's one of those things that you really don't know who you are with until you live with them. And he's like, man, this is not what I signed up for. Like, she's got him doing laundry for her and her 6 grandkids, and it looked like that laundry had been piling up for weeks, and it seemed like Angela was probably putting it off on purpose and saying, oh, Michael's going to be here soon, I'll just let him take care of all this. And Michael was overwhelmed. He also was very agitated because Angela promised him that he would be able to get his green card as soon as he got there, but he ends up moving to America, and she was like hanging his green card over his head and pushing off going and moving forward with the green card because she kept saying, oh, I still have doubts with this marriage. And he was very upset because he is not able to have a driver's license without a green card. He's unable to work or do anything outside of the house. Then she ended up breaking his phone, as we saw on the show, so that made him feel even more boxed in and helpless. And luckily he had his burner phone that she didn't know about, so he was able to finally escape. Then he was asked what made him originally interested in Angela and want to slide into her DMs on Facebook 7 years ago. And he explained that Angela had a profile picture holding one of her grandbabies, and he really liked seeing that. It seemed like she was a family woman and she took care of everybody around her. So he decided to let her know that he liked her profile picture, and he said that he had a thing for bigger women who are chubby. And I guess Angela is the first person that he has actually ever dated as boyfriend and girlfriend, which I didn't know that. Then Michael was asked about this Paradise group that he's a part of, that we hear Angela constantly bringing up this season. And he is adamant that this group is just to help Nigerian men who are dating American women. And he was asked, well, do you believe any of these men are scamming these women? And he's like, nope, nope, nope. These are all real relationships. After Michael's visa was denied the first time we saw on the show, he was starting to feel helpless. So he decided to do more research, and that's when he came across this group. And he claims he got a lot of good information from this group and helped out a lot of other dudes who were trying to come to America. And then he was asked about this whole cheetah girl that Angela brought up in the last episode, and he claims that Cheetah is actually someone who is dating another member in the group, and I guess she has like a big part in the group. I'm not sure if she's like an admin or mod, but she's one of the well-known faces in the group. Michael went on to say that when he came to America, things just got worse. And he did not feel like her husband in her home. He said he actually felt like a nobody, which is really sad. And he said that there's only so much he could take until he couldn't take it anymore, and he was at his breaking point. And he was wishing that he would have known what he knew once he moved to America before he moved. Otherwise, he would have just stayed in Nigeria. He's like, I could either be in America and be miserable, or I could be back in Nigeria living my best life. Michael also wanted to clear up the fact that there were rumors going around that he had another girl in America and he's been dating around, and he claims that he's not dating anyone. He didn't have no backup plan, no girls on layaway. He said it was just Angela, and he said that he was willing to continue being in her grandchildren's lives if they wanted that. If they ever reached out and needed anything, he would be there for them in a heartbeat. Then he also wanted to clear up the rumors that people were saying he was picked up by a car when he finally did escape. And he's like, look, there's no Uber or any kind of ride services where Angela's from. She lives in the country. You have to have your own vehicle to get around. And the host asked him, well, if you did not leave in a car, then how did you leave? And he said, all I'll say is I suffered. So it sounds like he was probably like walking through the woods or walking down the street for a long while before he finally did figure something out. So it sounds like he did not have like an immediate plan or something. He just left and was hoping for the best. Then he was asked if he is going to be coming back, and he kind of smiled and he said he has no idea. But of course, when all these cast members are under NDAs, 9 out of 10 times when they're asked that question, they play dumb, and then next thing you know, we see them on an upcoming season. I heard Gino and Jasmine are supposed to be returning for the single life, and Michael said he would definitely be open to it, and he's definitely looking into other opportunities too, because he does not want to put all his eggs in one basket. He was asked where he is right now, and he did dodge that question. He's like, oh yeah, I'm just happy with family and friends, because he knows better than to let Angela know where he's staying. But that is it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. You can check out the full interviews on the Entertainment Tonight YouTube channel. But give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.